like to come up for a story this morning? I forget. Hi, Hannah. You're older now, you have to act even more mature. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you for a long time. So I have a story this morning, and it's one of those just really fun ones. And just felt like the right thing to do today. And it's called We're All in the Same Boat. It rained and it rained. It rained so much that Noah had to build an ark to protect the animals. At first, the animals were excited about their trip. A few days at sea sounds so thrilling, they said to one another. But the days turned into weeks, and the weeks turned into months, and the animals were getting restless. The ants were antsy. The bees were bored. The camels were complaining. The dogs were demanding. The elephants were enraged. The foxes were frantic. The giraffes were grumpy. The hyenas were hysterical. The iguanas were impatient. The jaguars were jittery. The kangaroos were kicking. The llamas were livid. The moose were mouthing off. The nightingales were nagging. The orangutans were obnoxious. The penguins were pacing. The quails were quick-tempered. The rabbits were rowdy. The snakes were squished. The toads were tense. The umbrella birds were unbalanced. The voles were vexed, and the worms were worried. What were you looking for? Right there. See, they're squished between the rabbits. The oxen were exasperated. The yaks were yelling. The zebras were zoned out. And they all blamed Noah. And Noah took a deep breath and hollered, "We're all in the same boat!" For the first time, there was silence. And then, a funny thing began to happen. The ants apologized, and the bees behaved. The camels were cooperative. The dogs were diligent. The elephants were enthusiastic. The foxes told fables, and the giraffes made gifts. The hyenas were still hysterical. The iguanas invited the jaguars to jam. The kangaroos played kickball, while the llamas laughed. The moose were merry, and the nightingales were neighborly. The orangutans organized their toys. The penguins held a party where the quails quoted rhymes with the rabbits. The snakes stretched. The toads were tuckered out. The umbrella birds uprighted themselves. The voles volunteered to keep watch with the worms. The oxen were exhausted. The yaks began to yawn. The zebras crawled into bed to catch their Z's. And as Noah tucked his animals in for the night, the ark sailed on with a promise of peace. I wonder what it would like to be in a really crowded place with a whole bunch of different things. Do you think it would be fun? Being squished would be fun? I guess who's doing the squishing makes a difference. Being squished by a porcupine might not be very much fun. Anyway, that's our story, and we're going to sing probably for one last time, because I think the music will change next week, Like a Rock. But we know it all so well. We just need to do it once more, right? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. I love the glitter. And the rainbow down the back. Like a